This is export inspections for Monday, February 9th. Starting out here with corn, shipments came in actually above expectations this week with 51.5 million bushels sent out the door. Was that above expectations? Yeah, but it was actually still below the needed pace on corn of about 57.1 million bushel. So kind of an interesting spot we're at on corn where sales are still continuing strong, but shipments actually starting to run below that needed pace here now. That was the second week in a row. Sales and shipments were still led by the regular customers. Mexico was the number one, Japan and Colombia not far behind. So not really any oddball customers buying any corn or receiving any corn right now. With all that said, shipments going to need to average still 57.1, like I already mentioned, going forward, and going to need to see them firm up a bit. Otherwise, that export projection might have to start getting questioned. As of right now, we're on pace to be exceeding those numbers, but we need shipments to keep up. So moving to the soy side of things, beans shipments came in right within expectations. I would say 41.7 million bushels were sent out the door. No shocker here. Shipments again led by China in a very big way, then followed pretty far behind by Egypt and Germany. So going forward, shipments need to average about 23.3 million bushel per week. Definitely doable, but that is more than last year from this point going forward. So beans are gonna have to stay firm. And the big question on beans and what exports are going to be is very simple. How long is China going to stay at the table? Are they going to continue and follow up on last week's message from Trump and continue to buy some old crop beans, or are they going to back away from the table? We'll have to see. And that'll be the make it or break it on this soy export program for the 2025 marketing year. So just have to keep a close eye on it. Finishing out here, wheat finally had its get back week here. Shipments of 21.3 million bushel being sent out. I've been talking about it for the last 3 to 4 weeks now that shipments on wheat have been below that needed pace, even though sales have been very strong and it hasn't made much sense. And wheat finally pulled through. 21.3 was the best number we've seen in a while. And shipments going forward need to average right in the 14s. So definitely well above that needed pace. And customers were pretty regular people. Philippines, Bangladesh, Mexico, nothing out of the ordinary there and who was getting the wheat. So going forward on wheat, we're just gonna have to watch it. But if shipments can start picking up the pace again, then there's a good chance that export numbers on wheat could actually be taken up. So definitely something that'd be good for the markets, and we'll just have to wait and see if that comes true. But that is it here today for export inspections here on Monday, February 9th.
This material has been prepared by a sales or trading employee or agent of Midwest Market Management and is or is in the nature of a solicitation. This material is not a research report prepared by of Midwest Market Management Research Department. By accepting this communication, you agree that you are an experienced user of the futures markets capable of making independent trading decisions, and agree that you are not and will not rely solely on this communication in making trading decisions. Distribution in some jurisdictions may be prohibited or restricted by law. Persons in possession of this communication indirectly should inform themselves about and observe any such prohibition or restrictions. To the extent that you have received this communication indirectly and solicitations are prohibited in your jurisdiction without registration, the market commentary in this communication should not be considered a solicitation. The risk of loss in trading futures and or options is substantial, and each investor and or trader must consider whether this is a suitable investment. Past performance, whether actual or indicated by simulated historical tests of strategies, is not indicative of future results. Trading advice is based on information taken from trades and statistical services and other sources that of Midwest Market Management believes are reliable. We do not guarantee that such information is accurate or complete, and it should not be relied upon as such. Trading advice reflects our good faith judgment at a specific time and is subject to change without notice. There is no guarantee that the advice we give will result in profitable trades.